What if your wealth was the only reason for your death? A serial killer decided that the rich didn't deserve to live. This is not a fairy tale, but a real crime that shook Korea. At the turn of the millennium, South Korea was experiencing the height of its prosperity. But beneath the shine, there was another dark side: extreme poverty, unemployment, and hatred exploding between the classes. Here, in the neglected corners of the capital, was born Yoo Young-chul, a child who lived between beatings and hunger, who saw his brothers die and his father sell his mother for loans. Psychologists say this is the perfect recipe for a monster. But how did this marginalized boy turn into the most terrifying killer in Korean history? Yoo was born into a destitute family, an alcoholic father who beat him until he fainted, and a mother who was sold as a commodity to pay off debts. At the age of 18, he committed his first crime, robbing a store. But prison did not reform him, but rather increased his hatred for society. After his release, he tried to work as a taxi driver, but he saw his wealthy clients mocking him. So he decided that revenge would be cold-blooded massacres. In 2003, the killings began. His first victim was a wealthy woman who disappeared while returning from a nightclub. Her body was found a week later, mutilated with signs of brutal torture. Then, the victims followed one after the other. A businessman was found in a dumpster. An entire family was slaughtered in their luxurious home, and he even cut off his victims' fingers as a souvenir. And the strangest thing, he chose his victims based on a rare blood type, as if he was performing a satanic ritual to satisfy something inside him. Terror reigns, and rumors spread. Is the killer armed with a hidden power? Or is he an invisible ghost? But the truth was even more hideous. Yoo lived among them as a normal person, smiling at the neighbors and buying bread from the same store every day. In one of his crimes, Yoo made a small mistake. He forgot a gold watch on his victim's hand. The watch led the police to a jewelry store, and from there to his name. When they broke into his house, they found hell. Photos of the victims on the walls, mummified fingers in jars, and notes revealing the details of the crimes. During the investigations, he confessed everything coldly, even telling the investigators, "I enjoy their screams, especially when I remind them that their wealth did not save them." In 2005, the death sentence was carried out, but the controversy did not end. Was Yoo a sick criminal, or was he a victim of a society created by savage capitalism? Some say he is the product of class hatred. Others see him as a monster without excuses. To this day, its 21 victims are remembered as a symbol of the struggle between poverty and wealth. Today, South Korea is safer, but the question remains: has evil really disappeared? Or could social injustice create new monsters? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you feel this story needs to be told, share the video with someone who believes that wealth protects them from death.